It is week 7 of the Great Lock-In, so it is time for our weekly check-in, and I hope everyone is still working really hard on their goals and are still committed to the process. Now, speaking of commitment, I am currently reading a book called The Genius Zone by Gay Hendricks, and there is a part in the book where he talks about how it is important to create goals and set standards, but it's equally, if not more important, to focus on recommitment when life throws things your way. You are going to have setbacks, you are going to have roadblocks, and essentially, life will start lifing. But unfortunately, for many of us, when those things happen, we either tend to have this all or nothing mentality. If things don't go the way we want them to, we just want to throw the whole thing away and ultimately give up. That is the wrong way to approach whatever goal you are working on. One way to think about this is if you were traveling from New York to, let's say, Virginia, and you're on this road trip, and during this road trip you hit a lot of traffic. Traffic is bumper to bumper, you aren't moving. Then a few hours later into your trip, you get lost. You wouldn't just turn around and go back home. You would redirect until you get back on the right path. And so when it comes to the goals you're working on, we need to have that same approach, because if the goal is what you want and that is where you want to be, you can't just give up when life starts throwing your ways. You have to get creative and figure out, how do I pivot? How do I refocus and recommit to still get to the place where you want to be? So if you are someone who did start the Great Lock-In back on September 1st, but for some reason you have fallen off track, that is totally okay. Life will start lifing and things happen, but tomorrow can be a great opportunity to refocus and recommit to that goal that you set a few weeks ago. Now, if this is your first time hearing about the Great Lock-In, this is basically a self-improvement journey where we are taking the last 4 months of the year to become laser focused and work on 2 to 3 goals that are really important to us. Maybe those are goals you set back in January and you've fallen off track, but we are now recommitting to these goals to see how much progress you can make between now and the end of the year. And with the progress you make in the last 4 months of the year, you then can go into the new year with great momentum and start off the year really strong. Now, I am personally working on some health and wellness goals, and I am looking to reach certain milestones in my business as a content creator. Some things are going well, some things are going a little slower than I want them to, but I am still pushing through to see how much progress I can also make between now and the end of the year. So let me know in the comments, what goals are you working towards for the Great Lock-In? I definitely hope things are going well for you as well. And with that, I will check in with you guys next week.